Hey crafty friends, this is Nye with All Things Were Created. Today we are going to assemble our Igloo with Penguins layered winter craft. I'm going to be using my art glitter glue for all of my gluing here. As you can see, I have all of my pieces cut out. I have them lined up where I want them to go, and I'm ready for gluing. So we're going to get started right away. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start gluing some of my smaller pieces here. And what I am doing is I am using the pin that I use to clog my glue to keep it from getting clogged when I'm not using it. I'm just going to use that pin to move the smaller pieces there, and I'm going to take a little bit of glue and just put the glue where I just had those pieces. I'm gonna lay this down because my glue is getting towards its end. And then I'm just using my push pin to put the pieces down. Now, the reason why I'm gluing these smaller pieces first is just because as I start gluing the larger pieces, I don't want the small pieces to get lost here on my table. So if I do them first, then I know that they're in the right spot and I don't have to worry about losing them. So again, I'm just adding a little bit of glue where I want them to be. I am using my pin to put them in the position. And the beak there, I'm going to do that for this side. Now this one's going to be a little bit tricky because the beak, I got distracted there. Because the beak, it doesn't have this part here. And so I'm going to have to change the file and make sure that the beak part is there for you guys when you go to use it. I'm actually going to go ahead too and add this hat, glue this hat down. So just adding a little bit glue to the back. And then I'm using my finger here just to get the position just right. And then I'm pressing it down. I'm going to do that here with the earmuffs, although I guess you could say these are the headphones because he kind of looks like he's dancing, having a good old time here. So either they're earmuffs or headphones, whichever. Use your imagination to decide that. And again, I am just using my fingers to press them down gently. Okay, so that's going to take this top layer here. And also, as you can see, this top layer, you have to be really delicate with it, hopefully when you peeled it off of your mat and even as you go to move it. So I'm going to put this one off to the side and I'm going to come back. I'm going to go to the bottom layers. Let me put my beak over here too. And I'm going to add and glue down the tops of these snow caps here because those are another small piece that I don't want to get lost here on my table. And so I'm just pressing it down where it needs to go. I think I was a little over there. And I'm just going to add it right directly here, just a little tiny bead of glue. And I'm just going to press it down as well. And remember, you have about 5 seconds to move that glue around if you need, or move the piece around before the glue hardens and dries. I'm going to add it to the back here of this top of the snow-capped piece and pressing it down. And again, I'm going to add a small bead of glue right across here. And then I'm going to press it down as well. Okay, so that's going to be the smaller pieces for this one. And so this has about, let's see, this is 5 layers here. The 2 bottom layers are exactly the same. I left those the same so that way it would just add a little bit more support to our design when either you're going to hang it or if you're going to go and lean it up against a mantle or a table. it would have a little bit of support and it wouldn't just bend. And what I'm going to do now is I just added the glue to the top part. I'm going to use my fingers to line it up here. And then I'm going to press it down. Just going to get everything in that right position. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the glue to the bottom part here. And then I'm going to press it down as well. And isn't that interesting? I always seem to have glue issues. Oh, it's always funny. Okay. And so now the white layer there, I'm going to line that up as well. And let me just, okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of the glue right here along the snow-capped parts of the trees. And I have a new bottle of glue that I got, but I haven't opened it yet to start using it. But I just might do it now. Let's see if that did it. There we go. And I'm going to add it on this side as well, just a little bit right there, and then a little bit right here in the center. And again, what I will do is I will use my fingers to get it lined up just right in that spot. I'm going to push it up just a little bit right there, and that's it. And then I'm going to press it down. And then I'll add the glue towards the bottom. Let me pause the video. I'm going to open up my new glue. Okay, so I opened up my new bottle. All right, so what you're going to do is just add the glue. See, I went out too far there. To the back, to the bottom here, and then I'm going to press this down as well. And then with my light blue kind of ice layer here, I am going to start by adding the glue here towards the bottom first. Now the reason why I'm going to do it towards the bottom is because of all these little accents here to kind of just add a little bit of dimension to the ice layer, so it's not just a blob of blue towards the bottom. And I'm going to line up the bottom first by, again, just using my fingers right here and pressing it down. And then I'll come around to the top, and then I'll just lift it up here, and I can just add glue all around the edges because this will be where it goes, and then just press that down. Okay, so we're almost done with this. I should have used my paper towel too. I had a little bit of excess glue right there, but good thing is it dries clear. I'm going to go ahead and add the orange layer to the back here. I'm going to line it up first this way. I'm going to lift it up, and then I'm going to add the glue on this side, so that way I know where everything is going. Just a little bit there in the center. And then I'm going to press it down. And then I'm going to turn it and do it to the side as well, just a little bit along the orange. And then press it down. Okay, so I think for the black layer here, I'm actually going to add this one first to the white before I begin to press it down. And so what you want to do is, because of all of the finer lines here of the igloo, just to kind of add that detail to the igloo so it's not just a white blob there, I think I'm going to take my time and just add a little bit to the different sections and then press them down. Only because there's so many different spots. And so I'm just kind of going around adding a little bit to all of these lines here. You do want to make sure that you get most of them, so that way no part of it pops up when it's supposed to be secure to the white. And I think I'm coming to the spot where I'm going to pause, although I have it here, so let me just add it to the side as well. Okay, so it's really just the top. I'm going to hold this here, and then I'm going to lift this one up, and there's my beak for the other one. And I'm going to do my best to use my fingers again to help me get that positioning just right. Okay. And then once you do, everything looks there, then you can press it down. And then for the top part of the penguin, I'm going to flip it like that, add a little bit of glue here, and right there on the inside. And then I'm going to, again, just be really gentle and get it in that right spot, and then press it down. I've got a little bit coming out. I'm gonna use my paper towel to just wipe it. Remember, the great thing about the glue is it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about, although even though it is against white, it would just be white on white there. And then let me add this little beak here. Just gonna add it right there, and then a little bit on the white part there. And then I'm gonna use my push pin again and just press it down and in that spot. I'm gonna use my paper towel to wipe because there's a lot seeping through here. And there we go. And so now this will be a lot easier to just add the glue to this part, and I can just really add it everywhere here. And I missed a piece somewhere when I was putting it together, which is the foot of my penguin. So let me just press this down. And then I totally lost that piece. I'm not sure where it is. I don't see it here. This is what always happens. But the orange of his foot here, I must have lost it when I cut it. So I'm going to have to go back and recut that one. But there we go. It's all done. And so I hope you enjoy this craft. It's pretty easy to cut. It's pretty easy to assemble. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video and enjoy. Happy crafting.